Hi guys, welcome to our Q&A of today. Today I'd like to talk to you about what to do with a participant has an appointment. This is very important because our participants are constantly attending to see different practitioners or any kind of matter that requires an appointment. So let's talk a little bit about how we can um, get the participant organized for the appointment and then how we can get them to the appointment itself. So firstly, it's very important that if a participant has a calendar themselves, um, you make sure the appointment is written down on the calendar that they manage. It could be a physical calendar, it could be a digital calendar on their phone, or whatever is needed for that. You can also help the participant to set up an alarm for their appointment. It's also very important that if a participant has an appointment, maybe you can share it with us. We can leave notes on the shifts, and that sometimes is very helpful for you to remember what it needs to be done on a day. So if you go to your shift care, on the first page that you will see of the shift, you will click on your shift, you will see the participant, the address and everything. On the bottom, it says instructions. If you go to the instructions, we leave some notes there sometimes. So I really suggest you, I strongly suggest you that you check that in every shift that you have with the participant. We might have left it a note there for you to know what you need to do during the day. Because our participants might have more than one support worker, even more than two support workers. They might have informed us about an appointment, upcoming appointment, and we left a note there. So please check the instruction section every time that you can and every time that you see a participant. If a participant does not have any kind of calendar, I will really try to encourage you guys to encourage your participants to have a calendar at home, something that they can easily understand, that they can easily and constantly see. It will be good if you can, in the same calendar, write down when you are going, what times your shifts are, so the participants kind of know what's happening. Remember, as we have talked many times, routine is key for mental health. So setting up the appointments on a calendar is key for a participant to be able to know what's coming, what is upcoming for them, and what they need to prepare. So if you know the participant has an appointment, or you see it on the calendar that tomorrow there is an appointment with X, Y, Z practitioner, it would be good if you can ask some questions like, do you need to prepare anything for this appointment? Are you sure? Do you have a worker for the appointment to take you? Is anything that you need to prepare? Any kind of questions that allows the participant to make it to their appointment safely and fully prepared, it's great. If they go into an appointment for their physiotherapist at the pool, well, make sure they maybe have a bag packed for the appointment. Well, is your swimwear dry? Or do you need to pack a new swimwear, or do you have a towel? Or where are you taking, like, little questions that allow the participant, to prepare themselves properly. Remember that things that might be very simple and easy for us, they might not be for the participant. And our job is to help them to be independent, to get to their appointments and to feel that they have this routine, of attending properly. So these questions, the question of how are you getting to your appointment, it's key. You can consult with us. You can consult with the participant. If the participant says, I am not sure, you might need to text that back on the WhatsApp group and say, hey, my participant has an appointment tomorrow at 10 a.m. Is there any worker already organized? And we will check for you. If there is not, we will organize a worker, and we will try to, fix and find solutions as soon as we can. That's our job, and we try to, take it very seriously and be very prompt and time, like in a timely manner. So This is to prepare for the appointment, very important. So kind of summarizing that, check that the participant is aware that it's an upcoming appointment with a calendar or, any kind of way that they can remember. Check if they have a way to get to the appointment, which is very important. And then check if there is anything needed to prepare for the upcoming appointment as well. The thing is now we are getting to the appointment. So you might be the support worker that is actually taking the participant to attend to an appointment. Always ask the participant if you would like, if they would like you to be in their appointment or not. They have the choice and control of this. They might need your help, they might not, and they might want the privacy, and they might want you to be there. So this question is key. It's important to be asked. It's like it's getting consent from the participant to enter on a private matter of them. So would you like me to go with you into the room with the practitioner? Would you like me to wait here outside? These are very fair questions, not only fair, but necessary. If the participant asks you to go in to the room, to whatever it is, GP, it is important that you are there only to facilitate the process, not to take over the appointment. So your role is really a third party, and you need to, keep this in mind. Of course, you cannot be on your phone. You need to be be paying attention to what is happening. I would really recommend, though, that you don't go in a room with a counseling or a psychology appointment with the participant, because the relationship that is created with the counselor and the psychologist with the participant is a very intimate one, and it's a private one. And you as a support worker should not be part of that relationship. Thus, it is a therapeutic relationship, and this space of therapy becomes a space where the participant can be completely honest and open. So when you are taking a participant, particularly to a counselor or a psychologist appointment, you might try to encourage the participant to go by themselves. What it might be happening to them may or may not be also about yourself, because remember, the participants they don't see a lot of people beside us as workers. So don't take it personal, but be mindful that they could be talking about you and they are free to do so. And that is exactly the space where they wanted to do it. So try, encourage the participant to go to that kind of appointments by themselves. But if we are talking about a physio appointment, or maybe, maybe they want you to go and help with a dental appointment because they are a bit, anxious and stressed about, or, any other kind of appointments, speech therapy, OT appointment, and they might want to that you be with them because they might need to answer to some questions that they are not sure how to answer, or they might increase their anxiety while answering. So in these cases, where you are happy to accompany the participants, sit down with the practitioner and have the conversation with them, also your role is facilitating the conversation. I mean, like jumping in when the participant is not able to jump in by themselves. Excuse me. Your role is to be very honest with the practitioner. There might be some participants that may feel like they need to lie to a practitioner. You cannot lie to a health professional. What you have seen is important, is relevant, and we want that on the reports. But the participants might not see that as a thing that is important. For instance, does the participant eat 3 meals a day? The participant will be, yeah, I do, of course, easy. But the participant only has 1 meal per day. you need to say something, because that is relevant. We are talking about the capacity of the participant to get to serve themselves meals, to cook, to keep a routine, to remember they have to eat, their ability to keep their physical health. Please, these things are important. So make sure. So please make sure if you go into an appointment with the participant knows very well that you won't lie on their behalf. You as a worker, as a mental health support worker, you cannot lie on behalf of a participant, because we are protecting their physical and mental health of the participant, and the practitioners are not going to take any kind of punishment or any comes back to the participant for how they're behaving, but the clear, real, and truthful information of what they do, how they behave. It's extremely relevant to make a clear, right, and accurate diagnostic. So please have this conversation with the participants. You want me inside? Yes, I won't lie. If they ask me something, I will tell the truth, and this is very important. So is the participant able to make their hygiene and self-care, and you see that the participant usually doesn't shower or smells, you need to say something. It may be a bit uncomfortable, having this comes back, but again, these reports that the practitioners are creating for us are extremely relevant in order for us to get the right support for the participant. So things that you think it's better not to say because it will make me feel better our participant is something that we might need to actually speak up. So it's important to have this conversation with the participant before you go into a room, into an appointment. If you are asked by a practitioner to answer and you had the conversation with the participant before, it's good that you speak up. Otherwise, you are more than welcome to wait on the outside room. But what you cannot do is go in the room and lie on behalf of the participant. That's something that is not acceptable, and I think it's important for you to make sure that's not happening. After the appointment is done, what we want to do is check how the participant is feeling. A lot of the participants after an appointment might feel very tired and exhausted. Some of them might feel more energetic. You need to check up how the participant is. Maybe when you get to the car and like, okay, how are you feeling? What do you think? How it go? Do you have any questions? Is there anything that you would like to talk about? Do a debriefing. That is also important. Also asking if there is an upcoming appointment booked. Did you book another appointment? When are we seeing the practitioner again? All of these questions are important. And then, you feedback us, there is this appointment this day, or you go back to the calendar of the participant and you make a note, so on, etc. So summarizing, if you go to an appointment with a participant, first, ask them if they want you in the room or not. If there is a counseling and psychology appointment, we really strongly advise not to go in with the participant. If the participant wants you to go in, the conversation that needs to happen is that you won't lie on their behalf. So if they want you to be inside, they should be, sure that if they ask you questions, you will be responding truthfully. Providing accurate information on behalf of our participants when they need it is important. You are there to facilitate the participation of the participant within the meeting, not to you to respond all of the questions. The questions are being directed to the participant, and most of our participants might be able to answer to the questions. When they are not, there might be their representative there to answer to these questions rather than yourself. And at the end of the conversation and the end of the appointment, check if there is an upcoming appointment and how the participants are feeling after the appointment. If you have any questions, please let us know. Remember, try to keep us informed about the upcoming appointments of your participants. We leave the notes on ShiftCare check instructions every time that you can, so you are sure what's happening with your participant. Have a good day. Thank you.